Kids vs. Aliens. This is directed by Jason Eisener, who also directed Hobo with a Shotgun. Very interesting movie. He also written and directed a segment in VHS number 2 called Slumber Party Alien Abduction, which is probably my favorite segment in the entire film because I can't get through those VHS movies. The film is about Gary, who wants to just make awesome home movies with his best friends, but all his sister wants is to hang out with cool kids and have a party. When their parents head out of town on Halloween weekend, an all-time rager of teen house parties turns into a terror when aliens attack, forcing the siblings to band together to survive the night. Hey, what's up guys, it's me Anthony here to give you guys another movie review, and this time we're talking about Kids vs. Aliens. And like I said at the beginning, this is directed by the same person that did a segment in the VHS film. Those are anthology films if you don't know already. And the director of that segment, the alien abduction segment, has made a full feature film. This isn't the first time that one of the VHS directors has made a feature film. The first film was The Siren, and that was a segment in there where like a succubus lady is in there, and that's like probably my favorite segment in the first VHS film. The rest of it's kind of freaking weird, but I was really excited to see that they have made this into a full-length film. You know, this is the second film from the director, and I'd never seen Hobo with a Shotgun, but I know that has like a slowly building up a cult following. Once I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, this is my type of movie. This is the Anthony type of movie. You got aliens, you got practical effects, you know how I love those practical effects, and you just got that teen aspect. I know I'm like a 34-year-old man, but I'm still like a kid at heart. But I think I'm going to start this review and telling you guys that if you're not a fan of stupid ass characters, like characters, you know, particularly young characters, even though they, you know, they're kids and we were all kids once, you know, we all made mistakes and did stupid things, you know, but if you're not into that, if you're not into like kids doing stupid things because they're kids and kids are supposed to do stupid things, then don't watch this movie because there's a lot of kids doing stupid crap in here. But I think there is one character that I can't give a pass to on her character chains, and that is the sister in here, Samantha. She has a very sudden and very quick character turn from like the beginning of the movie. Like the first couple minutes of the movie are great. You know, they're filming a home video. It's really cool. It's really funny, entertaining. And they already really established the character that Samantha is. She's really there for her brother. She's not like the conventional high school girl. You know, she's into wrestling. She likes toys. Like I said, she's playing with her brother and her kids doing these home movies. And then some boy comes along and says that she's pretty. And then all of a sudden she changes on a dime. Now, I'm not a teenage girl, you know, I never was. So I don't know if that's like something that would happen. You know, you change your whole identity with a snap of somebody saying you're pretty. I don't know, but what I do know is it was very annoying and it was really weird that her character changed. And, you know, it doesn't last long. Thankfully, it doesn't last long, but it's long enough for me to be like, I don't know if this movie is going to be for me. But like I said, that doesn't last for long, and then we do get the alien versus kid action, and it's glorious, guys. The alien design here is very like Signs alien. I know those aliens were a lot of like CGI and stuff. I know they did have some practical effects when it had like their fingers and stuff like that for the Signs film. But these aliens, you know, from afar they look freaking terrifying, but once you get closer up, you're like, that's kind of funny. That's kind of funny. But like I said, I really like the character design. The set design is great here. Everything here is pretty amazing. Like I said, you know, I'm a sucker for practical effects, so you know, like it's a couple of points for me. It doesn't matter how the movie is, but as long as you are putting the effort and the love and the passion into making these practical effects, you know, hiring these costume makers and designers and, you know, makeup artists and all that stuff, I just love that aspect of film. But let's get down to like the nitty gritty, you know, the story, you know, the dialogue, the characters, everything coming together. You know, it looks good. You know, it looks cool. It has a very like neonness to it, you know, very 80s kind of aesthetic, but you want to know, you know, if it's good. And I'm here to tell you that this movie is pretty good. You know, it's not the best. There is some stuff here that, you know, it's not the best. You know, I did say in the beginning of the film, you know, that one character had a really annoying character change at the beginning, but I also do think that there's just this movie is very screamy. You know, if you're not into like screaming kids for an hour and 30 minutes, don't watch this movie because there's a lot of screaming in here. But I don't want to harp on this movie too much because you can tell, I mean, this is a passion project. The budget's not insanely high. You could tell some of the practical effects, particularly like the sword that one of the characters picks, it's supposed to be a real sword, not a toy sword, but it looks really, really like a toy sword. So it kind of takes you out of the segments when she's like, she picks up the sword for the first time. It's kind of like, that's a toy that you get at Target though, right? So if you had asked me the question, who is this movie for? I would say if you like the 80s, if you were one of those people that liked that segment in VHS 2, then I mean, of course you're going to be interested in this. If you are a fan of like, those kid movies, and I'm trying to figure out the way to describe it, but you know what I mean, like the movies with kids fighting a monster. That's what I'm coming with. Movies like Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, It, the new recent It movies, or just Stranger Things, the TV show. If you're into that kind of stuff, you're probably going to like this movie. But like I said, there's a lot of screaming, there's a lot of annoyances. The budget, if you're not a fan of low budget films or indie films, then this has a lot of that. You can really tell. But I think for me, overall, I really liked it. I like the practical effects. I like the characters for the most part. Some characters in here I can't really stand, but hey, no spoilers, but they get what they deserve. But guys, the most important thing that I want to know is, what do you think in the comments down below? Is this something that has been on your radar? Have you seen it? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think we're going to get a sequel? Because again, no spoilers, but they kind of hint at that at the end of the film, and I'm all for it, but I want to know what you guys think. But don't forget to check out my Twitter so you can stay up to date with my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember guys, keep watching movies.